You now need to work on your ideal rich life. This means, what does being rich mean to you? In our previous two videos, we have highlighted the definition of rich life, how to identify your rich life. Definition to rich life, which varies with different people, and how to identify. You check those two before you come to this one, otherwise you will not be able to link up, or you will not be able to actually set yourself for your ideal rich life. Like we have said, we have different definitions. Some people may say financial freedom because we were born to think that rich life is about the money. Some people may mean debt free because you have maybe been burdened by debts. Some people may think it is luxury. Maybe you have lived in so much poverty, now you have made it and you are living in luxury. Others may say it's travel. Maybe you can now travel anywhere you want comfortably. Others may say buying the things that you have never been able to buy but you desire. Of course, others will say, which I think most people have that definition, but they don't think they are rich. Time for themselves and for the people they love. And the last thing, it is having love and care around you. Imagine if you have all the money and you don't have anyone who cares, anyone who even pays attention to you. What do you have? You are empty with money. So money is not everything about rich life. So number one, you're going to design your rich life based on your specific definition. Not mine, not your friend, not anyone else. Yeah, so ensure you have defined. The second thing is, if you're a family, if you're a couple, team up and come up with that dream rich life. Because I mean, if you're living with someone, if you're doing life with someone, you have to share the dream. If you're not sharing the dream, each and everyone can be pulling away. But if you come together to share the dream, you will work together. The next thing is, be in control of your finances. Remember, everything that you need needs money. And sometimes you don't need that money, but the biggest portion of life is that money. So the moment you have that freedom, that you know what your money is doing. And how do we achieve this? You set a budget for yourself, for your family, inclusive of other things that matter to you. Once you set that budget, you will be able to allocate to different things. What will happen? When maybe your income starts increasing, you will now start making adjustments to do other things, not adjustments to increase your needs or increase your wants because now you have more money, you're making more money, you're getting more paid, you're getting more money from maybe other sources, maybe you have started a side hustle which is working. Yeah, you already know where your money is going. Takes back to the beginning of everything. For you to succeed, you need to have set your goals. You cannot wake up one day and succeed. You have to work on it, because you succeed on something you have set up to succeed in. Unless you succeed by luck, of course that also happens. Yeah, comment down below with your success journey. What percent do you think you are at? The next thing is setting your financial goals. You can set solo first and then team up. As a couple, you can have your personal goals as a couple, as a family, and maybe even as the larger family. So it all depends on how you prioritize your things. And remember, each and everyone in that group is important and cannot be left out in the mix. So you can't say that I will not do this because I don't have money. You have to create something for everybody. The next thing is purchasing big budget items. How do you plan your big budgets? You could be having, maybe you want to buy a house, Maybe you want to buy a car, maybe you want to buy a big fridge, something big than what you have, and you have been working on it. This should be in your rich life priority, because maybe you're just making do with what you have, but you have dreams of getting something better. The next thing is design your life to make a change. What step or how are you growing each and every year? Are you growing financially? Are you growing spiritually? Are you growing as a person? Or do you feel like you have stagnated for so long? Sometimes you even ask yourself, do you even find yourself doing something better than you did last year? Maybe you have always wanted to go for a holiday. What have you done about that thought, that plan, that aspiration? The next thing is set your budget according to your income. We will never get tired of saying that you need to live within your means, if not lower, because lower is better because you have surplus. You need to learn to live within your means. If possible, your budget should be lower so that at least you also have something extra for maybe other things. I don't want to say emergencies because I'm assuming by the time we are watching this video, you already have an emergency fund. Number two, you have already incorporated saving in your budget. So those two, once they are captured, now we are looking for other things out of the box. The next thing is you need to set a target. You cannot be working towards something, and this target is for short, medium, and long-term goals. Don't just plan within a year. We said you have to be ambitious. Ambition starts by planning your 25 years today. You never know whether you live for the 25 years, but you know what? What if you live? So you can't say you will not work towards it because you don't know about tomorrow. The next thing is you realize you have reached your rich life when you buy things without a strain. You're just picking things because you want to buy them, not because you really have to be very conscious about the budget. Number one. Number two, if like now you want a house, you just need to look for the house, not the money. If you want a car, you just need to shop around for the car, not the money. Not thinking of taking a loan. That is the time you will have reached your financial freedom. When it comes to your credit card, you know you have reached your financial freedom if you're paying your credit card every month without fail. You see, if you pay every month, it means you're not accruing interest. So it means you're still living within your means, which is a good thing. Yeah. So ensure you're living within your means. The next thing is you know you have reached your rich life if you're not relying on one source of income. If you're relying on one, what would happen if it is taken away? If you're relying on one, what would happen if you're not able to work? What would happen if you're not there and you have dependents? So the moment, even if you're making how much money, it can be taken away just like this. How many times have you seen people doing very well in life, then one day they go back to zero? Comment down below and what you're doing about it to ensure that you will not go back to zero. I want to pose a question right now as part of the next point. What would you do if you lost your current source of income? Remember we said you have an emergency fund which includes your 6 months worth of living. So you have lost your source of income and you only have 6 months worth of living. What do you do? Comment below. If you don't want to comment, write it on your notebook. The next thing is you achieve your rich life when you become stress-free. If your rich life is about money and you have the money, you don't think of how will I raise any money to buy something that I desire, then you're stress-free. If your stress-free is about time, you're now able to pay people to do what you're supposed to be doing. You're now buying your time actually, yeah? Then you have reached your rich life. If you're getting the love, the care, and everything that matters to you, you are now rich. You're now living your rich life. If you can travel the world without straining, without borrowing, you are now getting to a rich life. If you can get the luxury that you always desired, there you are. So depending on your definition, you are on your way to a rich life. Of course, the moment you realize you're living without limits, like if you want to go somewhere, if you want to buy something, you don't have limits of expenditure, limits of anything, you are living your rich life. Don't start looking for where the rich life is. You're already living it. If you do not have to worry about time, I have to clock at work at 8, I have to clock out at 5, I have to run to work, I have to do this, I have to do the other. For instance, you have maybe like a schedule of meetings. You do your meetings like on specific days, then the other days you're chilled, then you don't have a routine job, you have your own projects, you're living your rich life, of course, based on your definition of rich life. If you have missed the 2 previous episodes that we were discussing rich life, please check them out and connect with this one. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. See you on our next one. Bye.